Surviving in the rainforest requires an understanding of the environment you're dealing with. Rainforests are characterized by high humidity, frequent rainfall, and a thick canopy that can make navigation challenging. The dense vegetation can obscure your view, making it easy to get disoriented. Additionally, the rainforest is home to a wide variety of wildlife, some of which can be dangerous. The key to rainforest survival is preparation, conservation of resources, and a keen awareness of your surroundings. Whether you're planning an adventure or find yourself unexpectedly stranded, the information in this guide will be invaluable. Staying calm and assessing your situation. The first and most crucial step in any survival situation is to stay calm. Panic can lead to irrational decisions that can worsen your situation. Take a moment to breathe deeply and assess your circumstances. What resources do you have? What is your physical condition? Are there any immediate dangers such as predators or environmental hazards? Begin by taking stock of your supplies. Check your water, food, clothing, and any tools or equipment you have. Understanding what you have at your disposal will help you make informed decisions moving forward. Finding shelter. In the rainforest, finding shelter is crucial to protect yourself from the elements and wildlife. The frequent rain can lead to hypothermia, and the dense vegetation can make finding a dry spot challenging. Natural shelters. Look for natural shelters such as large trees with overhanging roots, caves, or rock overhangs. These can provide immediate protection from rain. Building a shelter. If no natural shelter is available, build your own. Use large leaves, branches, and vines to construct a simple lean-to or debris hut. Ensure the shelter is off the ground to avoid insects and moisture. Create a platform using branches and cover it with leaves to form a sleeping area. Location. Choose a shelter location away from potential hazards like flooding areas, animal trails, and insect nests. Elevate your shelter if possible, as the ground can become quickly saturated with rain. Water, the lifeline. Water is abundant in the rainforest, but it's essential to ensure it's safe to drink. Drinking contaminated water can lead to severe illness. Rainwater. Collect rainwater using any containers you have. Large leaves can also be used to funnel water into your containers. Streams and rivers. Flowing water is generally safer than stagnant water. However, always boil or filter the water if you have the means. If you don't have a container for boiling, use a piece of cloth to filter out large particles. Plant sources. Certain plants, such as bamboo and some vines, store water. Cut these plants carefully and drink the water directly from the stem. Solar still. If you have plastic sheeting, you can create a solar still to collect water. Dig a hole, place a container in the center, cover the hole with the plastic, and weigh down the edges with rocks. Place a small rock in the center of the plastic to create a cone shape, and condensation will form and drip into the container. Avoiding dehydration. Despite the abundance of water, dehydration can still occur, especially if you're exerting yourself or not drinking enough. Here are some tips to conserve your body's water. Stay hydrated, drink water regularly, even if you don't feel thirsty. The high humidity can make it difficult to recognize dehydration. Stay cool, avoid excessive physical exertion during the hottest parts of the day. Rest in the shade to conserve energy and water. Wear appropriate clothing. Wear lightweight, long-sleeved clothing to protect yourself from insects and the sun while helping to keep you cool. Food, sustenance in the rainforest. Finding food in the rainforest can be challenging, but there are several options available. Edible plants. Many plants in the rainforest are edible. Learn to identify fruits, nuts, and tubers that are safe to eat. Common edible plants include palm hearts, bamboo shoots, and certain berries. Insects and small animals. Insects like ants, termites, and grasshoppers are a good source of protein. Small animals such as frogs, fish, and birds can also be caught and eaten. Ensure you cook all animals thoroughly to avoid parasites and diseases. Fishing. Use improvised hooks and lines to catch fish in streams and rivers. Spear fishing can also be effective in shallow waters. Traps and snares. Set up simple traps and snares to catch small animals. Use materials like vines and branches to create traps near animal trails. Navigation and orientation. Navigating through the dense rainforest can be difficult, but there are techniques to help you find your way. Using the sun. The canopy can make it hard to see the sun, but if you find a clearing, you can use the sun to determine direction. The sun rises in the east and sets in the west. Using a compass. If you have a compass, use it to maintain a steady direction. Keep track of your bearing and follow it consistently. Landmarks. Use prominent natural features as landmarks to help you navigate. Rivers, large trees, and distinctive rock formations can guide your way. Marking your path. As you travel, mark your path with broken branches, rocks, or other materials. This will help you avoid getting lost and can serve as a signal for rescuers. Signaling for help. If you're lost in the rainforest, signaling for help is crucial. Here are some methods to attract attention. Reflective signals. Use a mirror, shiny metal, or any reflective surface to signal aircraft or distant people. Reflecting sunlight can be seen from miles away. Smoke signals. If you can build a fire, use it to create smoke signals during the day. Adding green vegetation to the fire will produce thick, white smoke, which is more visible from a distance. Ground signals. Create large, visible signals on the ground using rocks, branches, or any available materials. Spell out help or SOS in large letters. Whistle or shouting. If you hear a plane or helicopter, use a whistle or shout at regular intervals to attract attention. Sound travels farther in open spaces. Cell phone. If you have a cell phone, turn it on periodically to check for a signal. Text messages often go through when calls do not. Keep the phone off when not in use to conserve battery. Dealing with wildlife. The rainforest is home to various wildlife, some of which can pose a threat. Here are some tips for staying safe. Snakes. Many rainforest snakes are venomous. Avoid tall grass, bushes, and rock crevices where snakes might hide. If you encounter a snake, back away slowly and give it plenty of space. Insects and spiders. Shake out your clothing and shoes before putting them on to avoid insects and spiders. Be cautious when moving rocks or logs, as these creatures often hide underneath. Predators. Larger predators, such as jaguars and big cats, are generally more active at night. Avoid leaving food scraps around your campsite, and store food in sealed containers. Insect repellent. Use insect repellent to protect yourself from mosquitoes, which can carry diseases like malaria and dengue fever. Wear long sleeves and pants to minimize skin exposure. Building a fire. Fire can be a valuable tool for warmth, cooking, and signaling. If you have the means to start a fire, follow these steps. Gather materials. Collect dry wood, twigs, and leaves. Look for kindling that will catch fire easily, such as dry grass or small sticks. Create a fire pit. Clear a small area of ground and create a circle of rocks to contain the fire. This helps prevent it from spreading. Build the fire. Start with a small pile of kindling and arrange larger sticks and logs around it in a teepee shape. Light the kindling and gently blow on it to encourage the flames. Maintain the fire. Add larger logs as the fire grows. Be mindful of your fuel supply and use it sparingly. Extinguish the fire. When you're ready to leave or sleep, make sure the fire is completely out. Pour water on the embers and stir the ashes until they're cool to the touch. Dealing with extreme weather. The rainforest can experience extreme weather conditions, including heavy rain and thunderstorms. Here are some tips for staying safe. Heavy rain. Heavy rain can lead to flash flooding. Avoid setting up camp in low-lying areas or near rivers and streams that can flood quickly. Use elevated ground for your shelter. Thunderstorms. Lightning is a danger during thunderstorms. Avoid open areas and tall trees that can attract lightning. Seek shelter in a dense group of smaller trees or a cave if possible. Humidity. The high humidity can make it difficult to stay dry. Use waterproof bags to protect your supplies and keep your shelter as dry as possible.